Unsolved.
The JonBenet Ramsey case? Your lying eyes. Is this crime scene video footage fake? Did the police stage this to make the Ramseys look guilty? To make John Ramsey a liar? The bowl of pineapple and the glass with the tea bag in it is not in John Ramsey's book about the death of his daughter. It's not in the Netflix docuseries. It's not shown on the television interviews with John Ramsey. You see that your eyes have to be lying to you for this not to prove that JonBenet was up that night. You see, when the police came to the Ramseys in the morning, Burke was in bed, and he never got out of bed until John took him to Fleet to take to Fleet White's house. So Burke never had an opportunity to eat pineapple or get out that bowl, yet his fingerprints and Patsy's are on the bowl, and Burke's fingerprints are on the glass. Lou Smith: why do you say that? John: well, we were leaving town the next morning. We would be gone nearly for a week and a half. I've never seen a tea bag left in a glass like that in our house. I know we're not the neatest people in the world, but I don't think we would have left open a bowl of fruit sitting on the kitchen table. I almost think that that's Patsy's too, but that would not have been left out by us where it would be for any extended period of time. And that is a huge bowl of pineapple, or whatever it is, and a big spoon. Well, it looks like pineapple to my eyes, and the autopsy report states that JonBenet didn't have much in her stomach, but right below her stomach she had fragments of pineapple. So she couldn't have had the pineapple at the White's party. She had to have the pineapple when she was at home, and John is lying about it. If you think John Ramsey is innocent, then maybe this video is not for you.
The law enforcement sources I talked to believed that there had been some sort of sexual abuse of JonBenet, chronic sexual abuse, not just that it occurred that night.
JonBenet had been repeatedly wetting the bed, a sign of sexual abuse, and the autopsy report showed that she had abrasions and damage to her vaginal area from prior sexual abuse. Dr. Meyer, the pathologist, stated that he had observed red stains in the crotch area of the panties that the child was wearing at the time. He stated the red stain appeared to be consistent with blood. He observed the exterior pubic area of the child's body located next to the areas of the panties containing the red stains and found no visible reddish stains in that area. Dr. Meyer stated that it is his opinion that the evidence observed is consistent with the child's pubic area having been wiped by a cloth. He also found dark fibers in her pubic area And we know that she was dressed when she was found in the basement cellar and brought upstairs by John Ramsey and left on the living room floor. A garrote is a weapon used to strangle a person and a method of capital punishment. The photograph is in Manila, in the Philippines. It was a favorite weapon used during World War II. It allows a quiet kill. John Ramsey served 2 years in the United States Navy, and he was stationed at Subic Bay in the Philippines. JonBenet most likely lost control of her bladder when she was strangled to death with the garrote. And if you look at her long johns in this picture, you can see the little cutout, and you can see there's no urine stain behind in the back part. The urine stain is in the front, and it lines up with her underwear. So she was face down when she was strangled. The following is from John Ramsey's police interview after he discovered JonBenet's dead body in the wine cellar 7 hours after finding the ransom note. John: well, I see a white blanket that's folded across her body neatly. Lou Smith: it was neatly folded across the body? John: yeah. Lou: now describe that just a little bit. Was it? John: she was laying on the blanket. Lou: was it laying on her back? John: yeah, on the back. The blanket was caught up around and crossed in front of her, as if somebody was tucking her in. John Ramsey was a movie lover, and he had several movie posters down in the train room. And the window was not wide open, like in the video here. John Ramsey: but the window was open about 1/8 of an inch and just kind of latched it. Lou Smith: describe how the suitcase was positioned. John: it was against the wall. I think the handle was on top. It was directly under the window, as I recall, and I closed the window. I don't know why, but I closed it. And then, Lou Smith: when you closed it, did you lock it or close it? I latched it. There's a little latch on it. Well, I can't remember exactly when it was. I'd done it maybe twice, maybe 3 times during the period of time we owned the house. It was a way that I could get in the house if we didn't have a key that was least expensive to repair. It was one single pane of non-insulated glass. So the intruder theory is that he entered through the broken basement window that John had gone through 2 or 3 times before, and when he left, he put the suitcase under the window to step out and exit. But one problem with this theory is, if the intruder didn't go out that basement window, then who placed the suitcase under the window? Why did they do that? Well, this ends this episode of Unsolved, and I think John Ramsey killed JonBenet, and he has duped everybody by putting that suitcase under that window, and he's got nothing to lose by going on television and pushing to find whose unknown male DNA that is, because he knows he did it, and that unknown male DNA is just some innocent person